The more wattage a solar panel can provide you, the faster it's going to charge whatever kind of solar generator you have. If you have a 100-watt solar panel, good, you got something.
And can I throw a caveat on that?
No, sir.
You only have so many hours of daylight.
I understand that. Well, no, it depends where you live. It depends where you live.
Some people have 6 months of daylight.
Some folks have 6 months of daylight. Continuously, 24 hours a day for 6 months. And where you live.
And you may have a storm coming in, and you only have a few hours of daylight. Why not
Right.
utilize that?
Correct.
The other thing you also factor in is each solar panel has an efficiency level.
Yeah.
So the more you go up in wattage, you still keep the same efficiency level, but you're gaining over the lower panels.
Right. So, 100-watt solar panels, you can use them. They're good. I'm not gonna lie. I got one I left in the truck because of the 100-watt solar panel. So, that Opus solar panel out there, that's their 240-watt solar panel. Okay? It's a beast. It works. I'm not going down the brand. I don't care what brand solar panel you buy. Two things you need to concern yourself with. The wattage of the panel. Is it 100 watt, 200 watt, 240, 140, 600, 400, whatever. I don't care. Spend wisely. Buy once, use forever. Okay? This small, I can't even pronounce the name, that's a 140 watt solar panel. And that thing is nice. And I like it. And it works. My other one is a 200 watt solar panel. It works. I love it. I got 3 different brand names. I don't care what the brand name is. I need it to charge my solar generator when I want. The more wattage the solar panel, the quicker it's going to charge this thing. And my friends to the north of us, they've got stuff that literally tracks the sun. As the sun moves, the solar panels move. Huh? Ain't that freaking genius? You don't got to do nothing. And I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole because when he explained it, I was wondering about that. It's like this, it does happen, and you have to do it. And because I know a guy, hopefully we won't have to go out in the backyard and chase the sun either. Because I know a guy. I got a guy. But that's the rabbit hole I'm not going to get into. Get solar panels. I don't care what brand, I really don't. It doesn't matter because they all have a minimum of a 23%?
Yes.
Okay.
You can get some that are way worse than that.
True.
They have to state that in the spec sheets. Read through all the spec sheets in the solar panels. It will state its efficiency level.
Yes.
And the other thing you have to watch too is you can also get 14 volt, 18 volt, 24 volt panels. You have to make sure that your solar generator can handle that voltage input. Wattage, they can do thousands or hundreds, but it's the voltage you do have to watch.
Yes, yes. And we're not going to go down that rabbit hole either.
Again, it can get, again.
Do your research.
Yeah, I didn't
If
say
you
all of
buy
that.
Opus, you don't have to do the math.
You don't have, right, exactly. Thank
They
you.
tell you
Thank you.
what solar panels you can put on the damn thing.
Plug and play.
Plug and
There
play.
you go. You
Yes.
don't have to do the math.
Yes. So with the Opus, maximum input, 2,100 watts.
Yes.
They don't care what volts it is.
Nope.
You just push in 2,100 watts of power, whether it's 2,100 watts of solar. Huh. How many solar panels is that? Huh. I did the math. Guess what? In to come at my house for 2,100 watts of input, I need 4 solar panels. I need 4 solar panels. I'll let y'all finish the math on that. But the watts, it doesn't matter. The maximum is 2,100. I don't care what you plug into it. Opus's solar generators will figure out the volts. They can do it automatically. You don't even have to worry. And then will tell you on the screen what the voltage is.
It'll even tell you on your phone if you load that.
That's true, if you load the app, oh, that's
Let's
right,
say-
yeah. If you take your camera and take a picture of the QR code that's on the generator, it'll take you directly to the app that you can download on your phone, but because I am that guy, because there is a conspiracy theory that there is backdoor stuff in these, so guess what? I'm not putting the app on my phone because I don't need that to happen and you're not gonna get it. So I don't care. I don't need to be away from my house and say, oh, wait a minute, I need to check my solar generator, see if it, no, that's why I spent the money in the first place. I can turn it on and walk away and
Well,
it works.
Let me just say this, talking about that, it does come in handy
It does.
when you're out in the yard, moving your, because you can.
Yeah, you'll
you can-
see, you
You
get
don't
real.
have to have the generator and the panel side by side.
Correct,
Other than that,
yes,
I don't mind pushing the button instead of pushing the button.
exactly, exactly.
Okay, 'cause that's what it
That is
does.
correct.
It pushes the buttons for you.
It turns it on, yeah.
But other than that, that is pretty cool. Or you can hear your refrigerator come on, check your voltage.
Take a look and say, oh, yeah, that kicked on.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good, or I'm not good.
right,
So, but
yes, squirrel. So anyway, again, solar panels are good. Everybody here, I love watching folks come out here and they get the generators out and their solar panels and they set it up and they don't know where the sun is, but they see it's nice and sunny out there. And they just think, if I just put it out there, I'm good. And they walk away. Then they come back and look and they're like, what the hell you do is that? And they start speaking in tongue and all these words coming out of their mouth. And I just laugh. Because I'm like, yeah, dude, you gotta, angle has something to do, the sun's here.
you saying we need to practice our prep, sir?
Okay. Politely though. The sun's here and your panel's like this. And just because it's out in the sun doesn't mean it sees the sun. And to be honest, you have to chase the sun with a solar panel. You gotta chase it.
Your human sundial.
Yes.
Your shadow.
And the more, believe it or not, the more in line that panel, and I'm not talking just looking at it, I'm talking angle. I did a video of the Opus 240 kickstand laid against the table. I recorded how much wattage is coming in based on the particular angle at that time, because you got to get the optimal performance. And I didn't bring any of my flex panels, and I'm kicking myself because I was going to bring at least one. Them things, I bought 200-watt flexible solar panels for $150.
Why?
I don't know, because I used them one time to make a video and ain't used them since. But I'm gonna put them to work because they're gonna be.
I like the concept.
Yeah, the concept is cool. You can bend them at a 90-degree angle, and that's about as far as you're gonna bend it before it cracks or breaks. But as far as efficiency goes, I could take it and lay it on this table, pointing towards the sun, and get almost max performance out of it, just laying it on the table. Because they don't have kickstands, they've got the what do you call them? Limits. Grommets, and you hang them flat.
Yeah.
And angling them like that, dude, they're proficient.
Yeah, I love the concept.
Yeah, I love the concept. They need to, well, I'll talk about it at the end when we're done, because that's a whole different rabbit hole, because when that happens, this whole class goes in there. And I'm gonna leave it at that. But get a solar panel. I don't care what it is, 100 watt, 140 watt, I don't even care about the name. I don't. I truly don't. But from what I've tested, I have the Opus 240 and the 100 watt. They work. They're solar panels. They work. But you really have to, it's a science. Working with a solar panel is a freaking science to get maximum input from it. Because there is a 23%, no matter what you do, you're just not gonna get it. So that means, so that 240 watt solar panel, I'm not gonna get 240 watts out of it. I'm not. With that, the max I've had that up to was 233 or 37 watts. Didn't get to 240. But as far as the proficiency goes, Opus is right there. I mean, they're like 5% away from what they're saying the fluctuation is. You're getting what they say. Do I care about that? No, I really don't. If I buy a 240 watt solar panel, I'm not going to get 240 watts. But guess what? If I take two 240 watt panels and serial connect them, I'm going to get 240 watts. Here comes that math again. I'm not a mather. I don't math. I ain't a mather. I don't care. But I do know, oh, if I truly need and want 240, I need to get two of these to get 240. So the more you chain together, and there's two ways you can do it. You can serial chain them together, or you can parallel them and chain together. And I'm not going to dig into that. You've got to do your own research. But I will tell you this. Serial is more proficient. I'll leave it at that. If you're going to chain solar panels together, do it in serial. Don't parallel. And then we're down to
Again,
you can parallel, you can serial.
Parallel has
You choose.
things
Well, we're not going down that
you have to have
road.
parallel to certain things.
Correct. That's why I said we're not going down that rabbit hole.
We're buying Opus, we don't have to think about it.
Right. You need to figure out whether you need to serial your solar panels together or parallel. I don't care. That's you. Good luck. But it can be done. Series. I'm sorry. I
With
kept
an
saying-
Opus, you definitely series.
Yes, with Opus series all your solar panels together, you're going to get the maximum performance. You don't have to do no math, because the math is going to show up right here on this nice LED screen.
And if you series them, you can run a longer cord.
Thank
So
you.
you can have the solar panels elsewhere and the generator closer to where you want.
Now.
Because you know how to force to drive that power.
Correct. And the one thing I have noticed about Opus solar panels, the cable is 16 feet long. I have not seen a solar panel with a longer cable. Yes, this one here, the 240, Opus 240 and the Opus 100, it's a 16-foot cable that comes with it. So you can have the panel here, and technically, these ain't supposed to be sitting out in the sun like these things are now.
At least they're not charging.
And they're not charging, so they're not working, they're sunbathing. That's why you always bet on that. Never charge fully. Correct. But you don't want the solar generator sitting in the sun while it's running. Solar power. Or put it under a table. You can put it behind the solar panel.
You need longer cables,
You can get them.
but buy good ones.
Yes.
Excellent segue. Well, thank you. I don't know with the cup and the.
So like, let's say this is your solar panel right here, it's angled like that, put a cup on it, and what you want is no shadow sticking up, down, sideways, and you want that shadow, you want to see that shadow as little as possible when you have that cup up against that solar panel.
Yes.
Tells you guys the right angle.
Correct, okay, now I know what you're talking about, yes.
TV roll
That-
works good for that
that-
too. That's a good easy way to do it.
That way you're gonna get the maximum input into the panel.
It's not gonna be perfect, but, you
Right.
know, if it's an inch off, and then all of a sudden it's 2 inches, then you move your panel.
No, that makes me
That's a good
That is
trick.
one idea.
That's a good.
That's a good hack.
I know, I saw, you saw me look at it, I was like, wait a minute. Okay, so. You bought a solar generator. You got a solar panel. You're using them, you're figuring it out. You're testing it out, you're doing your thing, you're charging, you're powering. You're king of the hill, because now you got power and you can charge it anytime you want and recharge it without plugging it into a freaking wall socket or in the barn or under mom's cabinet next to the blow dryer because the sink drips. So she has to unplug it every time so that she doesn't fry the pan. But yesterday, you went outside because it finally stopped raining. And you took your little tarp and towel and set your solar generator down and you get ready to charge it because the power's still out, but it's daytime. So you take your solar panel out there and you're fiddling around with it, you're chasing the sun and trying to get the angle and you're doing it. And you turn around, and walk, and you trip over your solar panel and the cable goes. That was you do what? So now what?
Call this and over, what is it?
No.
You're gonna fix it.
No.
They ain't even gonna fix it. Right. They're not.
You're going to have to.
They're not gonna fix it. So, it's sitting there like, I can go buy one, but
If you can't buy one.
that's more money than.
You gotta splice it.
No, you won't never do nothing with it.
I've got.
How many of y'all have a toolkit to work on your solar panels?
The orange one? Just take an extra cable,
One,
which,
2, 3, 4, yes. You gotta have stuff to work on your stuff because it's made by humans, and sooner or later it might break, it may fail, it may flaw, it may get backed over by a truck because you're moving it and you forgot to move your solar panels and you snapped the cable. Okay? Toolkit. How many of y'all use tools at home? How many of y'all got tools on your truck? How many of you got tool boxes on your trucks? On the tractor, on a 4x4, on a side-by-side, in the barn, in your wife's car, in your mama's truck. We got tools everywhere. How many don't even think about tools for your solar panels? Thank you. I didn't until I had a conversation with one of my mentors, and he was like,
Just like I'm having right now.
dude. Well, I don't know about a mentor, but
No.
okay, thank
You
you.
just handed me some information.
Yeah, he told me, he said, you got, I was like, what are you talking about? He said, okay, that means no. He said, this is what you need to do. And I was like, why didn't I think about that? Because I never did when it came to solar panels.
I didn't know about 35 seconds.
Yeah, I got solar panels, but I never thought about the things to maintain them. How do you clean a solar panel?
I don't know. Soapy water.
You don't even have to use soap and water. You don't. You get a wet washcloth, you know, the ones that your wife takes pride in setting out when only company comes over and spends the weekend. Yeah, you go get that washcloth, okay? Just put water on it and just wipe them off. That's it. That's how you clean solar panels.
it afterwards.
That information is probably in the manual that's sent with it.
Yeah,
That, real men don't read.
right, we don't. It is in the manual. That it says take a clean damp cloth and just wipe them off. It is.
Picture of a hand in a rag.
Right. And you know what? Only reason I know is because once I heard that's how you did it, I looked at the freaking manual and it said right there, take a damp, wet cloth and wipe it off. It literally tells you right there how to clean the soil.
wax off,
That's it. So, and this helped me twofold. Because if you have multiple solar panels, or if you have multiple solar generators, guess what comes with these crazy things? No. accessories, stupid looking stuff like this.
Yeah.
That you like,
Yeah.
well, what, huh? Hello? No, she's not home. Number 64? Yeah. Light lights, pick up.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, they come with accessories. So if you have an Opus, you have something that looks like this, and I'll explain this real quick. This is a Anderson in connector, okay? This is a MC4 connector. This is the standard connector on just about every solar panel made. Okay, MC4, male, female. Male, females, you'll see them on those. Okay, to Anderson. This is a common connector. This is Opus's flavor to recharge, to charge the solar generator. You'll plug something with this end in it into the Opus, except AC, of course. So, this helped me organize all of these freaking other stuff that comes with them instead of having bags and manuals, and you have a pile of junk. And I'm like, what is it? So I put together my kit, which turned out to be this. Because when you buy stuff comes with it. The flex panels I bought, all this crap came with it. So you have a bare end cable and an alligator cable, positive and negative. So I'm assuming I could hook this up to a car lamp or some type of battery and use it. Okay. And then it came with a male to female MC4 in ends here. So I'm like, oh, so I could maybe make a extension cable with this for my solar panel. Maybe. Okay. And because you can get cable extensions if your solar panel cables are not long enough, you get extension cables, like Mark said. You buy extension cables to extend from the panels to the solar generator. So if I want to keep this in the garage and have this out in the front yard, that's what this is. These are just extension cables. Plug one end into the solar panel, plug the other end into whatever connector you connect to your solar panel.
Yeah, the cable that came with my generator.
Yeah.
10 feet long.
Right.
And we've thought the generator's too heavy to carry outside.
Yes, it is.
But I can roll it to the porch. But I have to have 30 feet
Yes.
to get to the sun.
Right.
I had to buy those.
So you had to buy the extension cables for the solar panel to sit in the yard and for the solar generator to sit on the porch. You can buy these on Amazon all day long. This right here is 30 feet.
Yeah,
Like
that's what
you
I
said,
had.
this is 30 feet. This cost me, I don't even remember. It's not expensive. $7, $8, $9, $10 max probably.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember, but it was cheap, so I bought it. Sure, okay. Have I used it? Absolutely not. But I have it if I do, you know, because you don't charge solar generators in the sun. So that's my extension. Now, no. So, because I have multiple solar panels and solar generators, you end up collecting stuff like this, okay, that comes with everything and anything. I just needed somewhere to keep all of this crap together in one local place, because it's always my luck needing that one cable that I can't find. And that's the cable I need to do what needs to be done, which apparently is sitting in the studio back in Columbus, Ohio, underground. It's not in here.
Speaking of which,
Yes, sir.
something we learned recently.
Yes.
Like I researched it. Yes, and I researched it on many other generators. Some of these generators, if you do run them to 0, you will need a wall outlet to charge it.
Yes.
Yes.
In order for it to come back on and charge it, you need to plug it into an AC outlet. I don't care if you have a 40 million watt generator sitting right next to it, it's not going to do nothing. Because you need to plug it into a consistent current to get it to like wake up and say, oh, I'm at 0 and I need to be charging myself.
Same way with an AGM battery.
Yeah.
Because of that MPPT control system.
Yes.
On a, just, while the engineers here, if I run that 30-foot cable versus 10-foot cable, the efficiency rate will go down on my solar panel, correct?
Unless you change the gauge of the cable.
Well, I'm going to be
Let's
running.
not go down a rabbit hole. Basically, he's saying the longer the cable, the
Yeah, that's
lower.
exactly
If
the
you're
lower-
running a single panel, the more wire you add, the more you lose.
Yes.
Okay.
So, this is,
Unless you go serious. You did burn the cable, didn't you?
I have more questions about that's the AC. Strictly.
that's what we need. But, no, you got to. Yeah, this is not, this not official. That's not, the Exodus is smaller.
Right.
So basically, I just had a moon moment because I was looking for an AC power cord. So we could jump.
It won't fit that, it's smaller.
Yeah. So this is where I keep all my stuff. And when you buy, I don't care what the solar generator is, you're gonna get a DC cable to something. Meaning, basically, you can charge it in your car.
Lightning!
Did y'all see the light bulb go off?
Lightning!
Did you see the light bulb go off?
Right there.
Same difference.
You had that same look I have.
Yeah.
You said I need a toolkit.
Right, and when I pulled it out, I was like, we were talking earlier. It's on the backside. Anderson? It's not on the side? Yeah. Oh, it's the barrel.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
got that.
there's more.
Got you covered. Look, hey man.
So this is why I put together my own toolkit, and I suggest you do too, because there are just too many freaking cables to keep up. Yes, ma'am.
Is there like a universal like type of toolkit for like all
All of the
generators?
stuff.
Yeah, like if you have a Four Patriots generator and an Opus, will the same kind of like universal toolkit work for all, like any brand?
Anderson connectors.
Anderson are what, I'm trying to think of the word. Help me out. Universal. Anderson, where's it at? Okay. Yes. To answer your question, yes. Here it is right here. It came with that solar panel. This here has every connector on the planet for any solar panel. 2 solar generators. So what? Here's the butt. So it comes with this. Don't lose these because this could save lives. So this is a universal cable I could use with any solar panel, MC4s, because this is the standard, and any solar generator, Anderson, barrel plug, different size barrels, different size barrels. These come off and go over top of this to fit whatever size barrel you need to plug into a solar generator. And I forget what this one is called, but it's the square on one end and a half circle on the other.
MX60, I believe.
MX60, yes. So technically, this is a universal cable that will work with any solar generator and solar panel,
For input.
and output.
Oh, okay.
So I would connect this to a solar panel and a solar generator. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, to charge. Yes. So, yes, there are. I wish they would standardize and say, okay, everybody's going with Anderson, and MC4. The cool thing about Opus, because they're Opus, all of their solar panels come with Anderson and the barrel plug, because the Exodus series, their lowest level series, takes the barrel plugs. Those panels come with both of those on the solar panels. So if you have an Exodus or any of their other ones, they fit. The cables will fit, period. So that's part of the toolkit. I try to keep everything based on what it is. So that did not work?
What?
This won't work? This won't even fit on it?
No, that fits in, but your 3 doesn't have a hole holes in it. It's USB.
Oh, duh. You got it.
Okay.
Ain't done yet.
The barrel's the right barrel though.
Yeah, okay, well then I'll just plug it into my truck. Oh, no, that's right, it's the 240 that you pop out of the Titan and pick one and pop that in and you got it. So, please, and basically what I'm telling you is, as you gather your cables, have somewhere to put them for when you need them. Because it's going to be overwhelming. Plain and simple. We all know, what is this? DC, which everybody here, or at least that drove here, at least if it's 95 or older, well, it's 68 convertible.
Yeah, that don't have a charger for it. It has a cigarette.
Right, it has a cigarette lighter. Right, it isn't a charger for it, I'm sorry, it's a cigarette lighter. So, this is your cigarette lighter.
There you go.
Right,
Now you're
to
talking my language.
Anderson, yeah, exactly, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Basically, it's DC powered. So, you can charge it in your car if you need to, if that's the last thing you have, and the only thing you have to charge your solar generator. Now, depending on your car, it may have to be running, it may not have to be running for that to work. But I keep all of those together. Build a toolkit.
And those tool bags Vision has for his toolkit, they're fairly cheap.
They are. We're not done, we got more junk here. So, because stuff happens, because you were walking back after you plugged in your solar panels and snapped the cable off. Crimpers. Oh, you didn't tell me I could actually cut the cable and cut off. But wait a minute, now what do I do now that I cut it off? Oh, I gotta find the tool to make the end that I broke off and have the right thing to put over the sleeve of the wire that I cut off, and put that on, and put that on one end, and crimp it with the tool that came with it that will allow me to tighten it and untighten it and put it on and take it off without actually breaking this too. Then I gotta dig to see if I have an extra male or female connector because I got mad and pulled it apart and it broke. Which never happens.
Take a breath.
But
He did it the Canadian way. He said breathe.
but there's a tool, that will allow me to like remove it without breaking it and put in what's needed to reconnect it. And it works. Have I ever done it? Absolutely not. because I never had the tools to need to do it because I try not to trip and jump over stuff, but you know, I'm old for a reason. Right, but I got a dog who don't care. I ain't mad at him. He don't care. All he knows is I can do anything I want.
It was in my way.
Yes, it was in my way because I was running full speed. And I'm sorry it picked up into my back paw and I drug it another 55 feet. And when I stopped, then it broke.
He comes in the living room, tongue through in his mouth.
Yes. That's the right in the house. But
Dragging the generator behind.
so
No,
it-
carrying.
Yeah. So here's the key. You can buy replacement MC4 connectors, okay? I bought this MC4 connector repair kit on Amazon for like $15. Have I ever done it? No. Do I want to do it? No. But if I have to, do I still want to do it? No. I'm gonna make a phone call. I'm gonna say, dude.
What are you doing right now, Ghost?
Ghost help!
And he's gonna laugh at me. And he says, you know, I'll be down there on the 5th Sunday of the 9th month after the green moon, and I go fix these other 4 MRAPs you just got. I don't know why, but yeah. Or I'll sit there and figure it out myself.
Yeah.
But I have the tools to do it with. Do I want to do it? No.
And what's nice about learning that is, like, for myself, I had apps a longer run that allows you to be able to do that on your own above what the factory sends you.
Crimpers. Who? Why? Why?
So you can crimp your hair and look cute.
Thank you. There you go. Yeah, that works. Yeah, she always loved that. She's like, yeah, I'm good. And I'm like, no, you gotta. You gotta your eye. She looks at me and says, you're stupid. I said, I know, that's why you're up. But apparently crimpers, you know, you can crimp different thicknesses of cable. Is that what it is?
Yep.
Okay. Diameter, all of that stuff, and it's supposed to crimp it, cut it, and clamp it down.
So it don't bend or pull off.
Thank you. So then that you bend or pull off. And apparently, if you actually look at one of these on the inside without breaking it, you're gonna see like these little metal pieces, I guess they conduct electricity or something. Because I'm like, why is there that over the wire? These go over the wire after you cut it and you crimp it, and it works. Okay, I get it.
Taking on spark plug wire.
Yes, and so here they are. Here's the male-female ends of an MC4 cable. This is it. It is one male to female. This is these. This is these. They're just not clamped. Don't do it. I'm waiting. Please don't. Don't throw that. These, see, these with a those. T-H, these.
That's all right.
With these. Okay?
Now, as you see with how on Vision's left hand, okay, with the cables that he has there, make sure that you put a male and a female, one is positive, one is negative, so you can't hook up backwards from if you make an extension cable or something like that, and you cause some polarities.
So that's a MC4, that's a kit. You can buy the MC4 cable repair kits. And that's what you're going to get. You're going to get 2 tools with it to manipulate these and put these back on the cables that, you know, you tripped over and trying to put a 10-foot cable from your solar generator to a solar panel, and you're trying to figure out how to cover up the solar panel because it's 93 degrees out there in the sun, and charge your solar generator, which is bad because it should never be charging in the sun. That's why
Or your
you need
end.
extension cables.
Or what?
Right. So that works. And I know, what time is it?
12:30.
Good Lord, have mercy, I've been running my mouth for an hour.
More.
Come on, man. It's okay, it's good information.
Okay, thank you. I'm trying to gauge the crowd.
I've learned stuff.
So again, get a toolkit for your, not only your solar generators, but your panels as well. Because stuff comes with a solar generator when you buy it, right? Yeah, you got other cables, you got the AC power cable, you got some other crap, you got an owner's manual that apparently we don't need. We don't, I don't. All I do is push key button. Okay? I do. Exactly. Oh, what's in here? But wait, there's more. Oh, so, okay. This is a low-level rabbit hole. And I'm gonna gear this, to how I'm gonna get in this and get out of this, I'm gonna gear this to you content creators. Okay? Because I've seen you use them. I have one too. Okay, real quick. What is this, Ghost?
Voltmeter or ammeter, which one is it?
Right, either one, both. Okay. Electricians, you like electricity inside the house, right? This is what that does. What is this?
Kilowatt?
Yeah. What is this?
It's a watt
Wattage.
meter.
Wattage. Watt meter. Boom.
That'll tell you what your fridge pulls.
Yes. So this will tell you whatever you need it to tell
It'll
you.
help you do the math.
Yes, this will help you do the math, yes. I can take this, and if I'm doing a review on,
Willie.
I don't care, Mega One. I can take this, plug it into Mega One AC, turn it on, and then plug something into this, and it'll tell me exactly what wattage that thing is using, and I can then look at this screen, because it's already on there telling me on the screen the exact same thing this tool tells me. So that's your validation.
With those, run the test a few times too. Just don't plug it in once and go, oh, it's only pulling 1,800 watts. Do it a
Correct.
couple times.
And then there's a voltmeter in there, and that's about it, and I'm gonna close this up, zip it away, and we're gonna tie this all together and put a bow on it, and call it almost done. So, some other things. If I want to series or parallel my solar panels, they make these really cool little things that have male and female, and you can like plug these in and take 2 solar panels and plug them into these, and you just did a series of the solar panels. In series. Or parallel, whatever you choose, depending on the application. Yeah, you push the button and it goes click. Male, female. And I'm gonna ask a smart person, then I'll explain what this is. This is spatial. What is that?
Oh, that is a 30-watt, that is, we'll say camper plug.
Thank you.
We'll say camper.
Yeah, AC, for y'all to have campers and need a 30 amp plug. Oh, that would be the Mega 2 that has a 30 amp plug built into it for you RV folks.
Plug into regular plug.
Yes, this is a 30 amp additional plug that when you tighten 3, you can pop out the 30 amp 120 and plug in the 30 amp, and you have a true 30 amp now, so you can run whatever power tools you need to run off of a 30 amp plug.
Still only 120.
Still only 120, but 30 amps. Yes. And it took me a minute to figure the heck this out when I opened the box. because I didn't read the instructions that said you got this, that you can do that and pull it out and put it in, and you have a 30 amp. Question?
For you people who do read the manual though, if you buy those, you have to download it on PDF, and you should print it out.
Yes. Because you're gonna lose the one that comes in the Ziploc bag.
All of it.
Yeah, you're gonna lose the manual that comes in the Ziploc bag with all the other cables, because all you're gonna care about are the other cables. And the one thing also in that pack is this little, and I'm talking razor thin piece of paper that's about that big, and it says warranty card.
Oh, yeah.
And there's nothing on it to fill out.
Do it.
Yes.
Do it.
And right now, so, quick fact check, for those of you that have Opus, how long is the warranty on them? See, nobody reads the manual. You say that, I heard it.
3 years?
3-year warranty. Guess what they're doing now? You're giving, you can get that extra 2 years for free.
It's in that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know that about what's the last thing.
Exactly, 5-year warranty, okay. Now it's question and answer time, and I will say this, the Titan 3 is made for construction sites, plain and simple. It is water resistant, so if it's raining and you're on the back 40, you're gonna be okay. It's not waterproof, it's water resistant. No, you don't wanna put it in a swimming pool and turn it on. But,
Hey, Earl,
you can dance on it.
later on, I'll.
Go for
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
That's going on.
Now shoes are gonna be melted properly, because that thing's
that's okay,
hard.
that's how you go viral. I ain't stupid.
I leave it on that.
Now, ain't nobody recording on my camera, so that's only gonna happen. But this thing is built rock solid. Rock solid. Made out of steel. Anyway,
Should've read the manual.
but
Dancing on the Titan.
the Titan 3 is a Titan 3. Then there's the Titan 5, which is what it is. Now, again, solar panels are solar panels. Why I like the Opus solar panels, they come with both the MC4 connector on the end of the cable and the barrel connector for the Exodus series. Because that's the only way you can charge the Exodus series is with the barrel. Okay. So they have both of those on there, and their cables, their cables are 16 feet long. Questions? Yes, ma'am.
Like the pricing for like the mega one?
The Mega One is, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna run out.
Come on there, dude, you're Mr. New Affiliate. The Mega One, I wanna say is 600, maybe, I don't know. When it first came out, it was a crazy $300 price, plus 5% off. Yeah, when they come out with something new, you buy, like the Exodus 2400 is right now $600 and some. I'm telling you, better buy it now because it's going back up to its regular price, which is $1,400. 2,400.
I just have to remember extra.
Yes. Or you can send me an email, whatever, and if you use the coupon code VISION and the number 5, you'll get 5% off. This will come out to $600 and some change.
No shipping.
Shipping is free. They ship it to you free. You don't pay shipping.
And is the sale still available?
Yes, it's still on through June 7th or the end of June or something. I don't know. I'm not trying to make this commercial and ain't trying to sell you nothing. I'm trying to educate you so that when the lights go out,
We got now, it's gonna be in the dark.
Oh,
For a minute.
thank you.
For a minute.
For a minute,
How
yeah.
much was the mega one? Oh, okay. Anyway, any other questions? Because I know Miss Tracy came up here, where is she?
Do you want to go look at something for like?
Okay, Miss Tracy literally stopped me the other day and said, what about this and this and this, and I got it in there, and I said, time out. What are we talking about? She said, solar generators. I said, okay, this is what you do. All your issues, bring them up here and we'll talk about them after class, during class, whenever it's appropriate.
Yeah, she has them
Did
right
you
there.
see her wagon?
Yeah, it's awesome.
And she's got everything in there and all this stuff.
Yeah, she got everything
Oh,
out.
yeah, you get
For the
it.
mega one. 459 Dahlia for the mega one, which is 1,024 watt hours.
Panels for that, including
Right.
that,
Yes.
the generator and the solar panel.
Yes. So, I'm gonna be honest with you, the Mega 2 was my first one I had. And I wanted this for one reason only. And for this thing right here. The 30 amp. That's what I wanted. And I got it. They do. But look at what it connects to. It's not a generator by itself. It powers. Look at what it powers. Yeah, they have a proprietary gas generator, and I think that powers the Titan 5. Yes.
After August 20.
Right. But I wanted the 30 amp and I think the Mega 3 is, I don't know. But anyway, any other questions
Now, referring back to what I was asking earlier, okay?
about what?
On the 240.
$6.99
There is no 240
for that.
solution
Mega one.
except by another company now, that Anchor has a 240C.
Okay.
In smart technology, well, you don't know, you can't invent smart technology.
Understood. I was just thinking along household, on how house AC goes. You have line 1 and line 2.
Can't do it.
And
It's not gonna produce 240. If
can't
you have
do that.
line 1 and line 2, you gotta have something in the middle. And that's that smart technology that knows,
but you can make a junction box.
no, you can't do it.
You can't do that with
If
batteries.
you put 240 in here, everything that touches that is going to be 240. No
Right,
matter what
understood.
120 is.
Understood.
Right.
But you can't, like on the office you have right behind you, 20, you can't take 2 outlets there because the outlets only scope for 120 and that's
Correct.
it.
That's
But
it.
if I took 120 out of one box, 120 out of another
You
box.
can't do that. You can't take 120 out of here, 120 out of here to make 240.
Okay.
It's gonna be 120.
It's called
Okay.
neutral failure.
Right.
Wall mount.
Okay.
Yeah.
End the story.
Right,
Thank
you
you.
gotta have that thing in the
Neutral
middle
failure.
that's bringing in the original 240.
Yeah, that makes sense now. I apologize.
Oh, no, you're fine. I mean, I understand what you were saying, because that's what I was thinking. If I'm gonna build, I can do this and this and this, and it's like, no, you gotta go to source rule.
On these Omegas,
Uh-huh.
the smaller ones have the glass fuses. Do these still take the same glass fuses?
The Mega series does not have glass fuses. It has just reset button.
Okay.
So if it fails over, you just reset that button. Yes, the smaller Exodus, even the 1200 has the fuse in it also. And I didn't understand all of that at first, but it's because of the capacity, there's no need for a reset button. You just pop the extra fuse that comes with it and put it in there. Yeah, yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah,
Yes.
can we start the silent auction for these products?
Well, let's do this. If it's going to be silent, you better start out with a very high first number. But yeah, I'll say this. The majority of the majority of these I purchased. The majority of these I purchased. But key critical infrastructure ones, I did. Not gonna lie, over there. Out of the whole bundle, it ain't even out here. But, yeah.
Stop smoking.
Huh? I never did.
Okay, no, I know,
Brad made, you
I,
know, he stopped.
I think you have the mic on,
I have
that's
Brad's
why I was
mic on.
asking.
Yeah. Any other questions? Did this make sense to y'all? Because it's not
Oh,
bad
yeah,
for me.
yeah. Sure.
We kept jumping in and out of rabbit holes,
Ghost.
in my view. So if you want, before, don't put those away. Oh, those are yours. Don't put, yeah, those. If you want to, well, I'm not gonna let you molest my solar generator. If you wanna look at them and get a feel of what they do, go ahead. But one thing I will say, do not plug anything into any of them, please.
Right.
And I have something for you, Wolfgang, and you're taking it with you whether you want to or not. If you say no, I'll just
Yeah.
give it to you anyway.
What is the difference between this new 2400, the new one that they came
Uh-huh.
out with, compared to the one I have? Is that the one I have, the older generation? again?
Yes, yes, you have the older generation. The Exodus series is the new generation of what you have. So the Exodus series replaces what you have. Yeah. And by the way, that 140-watt solar panel is your technology. Yes. Yeah, but yes, the Exodus series replaces what you have. Okay.
You'll have to show me how to.
I will. And you actually get the universal kit with it, and just, no matter what you have or what you get, that solar panel will plug into. Yeah. Because the one thing, when Karen said, is there a universal? Yeah. And honestly, this is it.
That's separate, total.
Yes, this came with that 140-watt solar panel. They just put a universal connector that it'll connect to any solar generator because it.
Yeah, that was something you got.
Right.
Remember when we looked it up last year?
Right, I bought that off of Amazon. Yeah. And it just, I was like, oh, that's cool. It comes with all the connectors for whatever generator you have. So it'll work with a Jackery, a Blue Eddy, Opus, whoever, whatever. Yeah.
Did they give you any idea when?
They won't give me the month, they just keep telling me it's coming out this year. And I was like, really? Come on, can't y'all tell me? I could, I have a next level up I could talk to see if they can have.
Well, I'm sure you'll announce it on your channel whenever they do.
Oh, you will do more announcements, you will see it. 'Cause I told them, you're gonna get me two. I don't care how big or whatever, if you give me two, I take one and I can give it one.
That's
They hear me say, I give one away.
Yeah, 1 hour. It'll run that.
And, you know,
Per hour.
Yeah, once it goes above that, it can kick itself off. Like, you can't, if you try to overpower this, it has a switch in it, then it'll kick out.
Yeah, because we actually have one that's like 18.
our affiliates, if you can't give me a
We
coupon
plug
code
our
for
microwave
ours,
into it,
save more money.
and it shows you, it went up to like 1,200, and the microwave was running, so it never reached that 1,800 part.
Right.
So I was like, wow.
But if you'd have plugged something else in, that might have taken it over 1,800, it'll kick that out, so it don't damage your equipment.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised.
I didn't bring any, but I have them.
No, not even.
Somebody showed me this, and I was like, it's mine. Exactly, exactly. I like those. Matter of fact, that's what my kids use in the house. I've got 3 of them.
My
son has one, your daughters have one.
They got 1 bedroom apartment, there ain't no way.
And all they do is say, put it in the windowsill.
Mega pop.
That's all they do.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Everything in there, but I can't run it.
All right, folks, this is the solar power seminar with Vision Preparedness. It's almost exactly 1 hour. I got 20 seconds left. Say,
Well, folks, we talked about solar generators. We talked about solar panels and how to maintain them. Put together a kit. You know, it's not rocket science. First, you need to figure out what you need to power a necessity in an SHTF event. And then from there, you look at purchasing the solar generator that will power such necessities for you and your family, not to only thrive, but to survive.
great. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up, and it was a great seminar over here with Vision Preparedness, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You guys missed it. Come out here next year on your own. Look at all the generators he has, all the equipment. All right. XNYC Prep open up.